Bring us in, babe.
Welcome to
Coco Caliente. So, Nicole, how's your day going? How's life?
Great.
You excited? Are you happy?
I'm really happy.
You happy to be with me?
Yes, I am.
And I'm the love of your life, right?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Just teasing.
Maybe?
I'm teasing,
Shot
yes.
to the heart.
Yes.
That one hurt. That one hit deep, babe.
I was just joking because you're just talking about how you like to breathe in farts. So.
What?
Yes.
Don't even start. Don't even start.
You said it was good for your health.
Nicole, don't even start. I saw that online, and I was joking about breathing in my farts, but I saw that online. Somebody posted it, and apparently, like, breathing in your farts is healthier for you somehow.
Yeah.
I think that's disgusting, though.
It really... I read that it is too, but I don't get how. I said I'm going to be really healthy because I'm always breathing in your nasty farts.
100% there's no science behind that. I mean, I don't know. I could be proven wrong, but I can't see how that would do any good for you.
Make any sense.
Oh, so tell me about this. So last night I get home. And, I get home at like 3 a.m, right? So I walk into the house, and I kind of tiptoe. I try not to do a lot of lights, and Nicole's sleeping, And I get in the room to drop off some stuff before I shower, and I smell. So I'm like, what the heck is that smell? It's like, I'm not sure what that smell is. Anyway, so I leave, I shower, and then I come back into the room. I'm like, this is like when I'm making like pico de gallo where I got to chop up onions and stuff. Like, what the heck is this smell? And then I'm using a light on my phone to just kind of put my stuff down. I see an onion on my nightstand, like a half onion chopped, like just cut right in half. And I'm like, what? And then Nicole rolls over and I was like, babe, why is there an onion on my nightstand? She's like, it's healthy for you. Just leave it. And she just turns over and I'm like, what the heck? I think it's Twilight Zone did I come into where there's an onion on my bed?
That is so weird. I know. So my mom told me about it actually. With everything going on in the world, I think it's safe or better to take like extra precaution. And it goes back to like the 1600s of having onions.
Yeah, when they didn't have science.
Okay, well, listen, it's still a thing, and it takes away fevers. So all you do is you chop an onion in half, and you can place it around your house where you are. So I put one on my nightstand. It was very nice of me to put one on your nightstand, Victor. And because what I learned and what my mom told me, which I've been doing this my whole life, which is incorrect, is you're not supposed to chop an onion and then, like, say, put the rest in the fridge for later because it absorbs all the toxins, the bad things from the fridge, or if it's in tinfoil, from the tinfoil. So you're just supposed to only eat an onion when you're just freshly chopping it. So that's important. And they say that even if you have a fever or you're sick, that the onion will turn black because it's literally taking like the bacteria and virus out of you.
Okay.
What?
Let me hit me. This is my armchair expert science here. One, what I learned was it makes your house really stinky. Yeah. Right? It makes your house stinky. Two, I think things like that are more like placebo effects.
No.
And delayed reactions. So, for example, somebody has a fever, right? And then a couple days into their fever, they're like, oh, let's do this onion thing. And then a day or two later, oh, my fever's gone. It was because of the onion.
No.
So you're telling me the fever lasts shorter because of the onion?
Yeah, so there's this article where this child had 103 fever, and his mom is she calls herself more natural and stuff, and she will give Motrin when needed. So he got it right away, the 103 fever. She didn't want her newborn to get it. So she
gave him Motrin and
she
cut
did
an
give
onion.
him Motrin and she cut an onion. No, listen. She said that she didn't believe it, and she expected that the fever would come back in 4 hours, which is what happens. The Motrin wears off, and it didn't come back.
So,
onion
was the onion.
Yes. Victor.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
What, do you understand that we evolved? Okay, so things on the planet are what's supposed to heal us. I get that it's like science and it's medicine and we came up with it. I'm all for medicine. But there's things on Earth that you can use, and like a freaking onion.
I'm not discrediting that the onion can help a little bit, but I'm not also not going to sit here and say it's hey guys, don't use anything else, just use the onion because that's it.
whatever, Vic. I'm not even sick and I'm using it.
You know what's funny? Our FedEx guy, he just came to drop off a package. And this is so weird because this literally just happened in real time. He's walking with a package and he walks by our front door and we have a glass door when the door is open. And so he waves at me and so I wave at him. He goes and drops off the package, and the next thing I know, he's sprinting back to his truck.
Oh, yeah, he takes it to the back. He doesn't have to do that.
Yeah, and then he sprints all the way back to his FedEx truck.
He's a hustler.
He's trying to stay in shape as he's working.
He does. He is one that runs. He runs every time.
That's so crazy.
It's like a dog's chasing it.
Yeah, though, that's what I thought. I was like, what the heck?
Today's episode is explicit, is what we would have to say, because we have the average fashion blogger. I want to make it known right now, if you're with your kids in the car, you don't want to listen to this with them. I know a lot of times it's very PG-13, most times, but this one is not really PG-13.
This episode contains content that might not be suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
So we have average fashion blogger on. She is
Nicole's favorite.
My favorite follow on Instagram. And also she's so funny.
Yeah, she is.
And so this is a very fangirl moment for me. This whole episode, I listened back on it. I'm like, I just sound like a cheese ball that's obsessed with her. It sounds so bad. I'm so sorry. But I do think she's amazing and hilarious. And I love funny people.
Well, enjoy, guys.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm so good. Hang on one second.
Okay.
Are you in an interrogation? You have to whisper.
I spent the night at a friend's, completely forgot. I'm running out of the house. Hi, good morning.
This is a perfect intro.
It is. It's very fitting.
Oh my God. Hi, Jared. Just 1 second. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's totally cool.
It's completely okay. We don't take ourselves too seriously.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay. Hang on, I just need to find my keys. Sorry. I'm really better than this.
No. This is how I'm gauging your professionalism just right now.
Yeah, just hang on 1 second. Where's your keys? Okay. And then my purse is
This is so perfect.
oh my God.
You couldn't plan this if you wanted to. If we tried to plan it this way, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. I heard my phone go off and I was like, huh? What's that? Okay, and then my oh God. Here it is. Okay. We're making moves.
We're making moves. We're making it work. So where are we at? Where were we at just now?
The only issue, hang on, there's a real issue here. My phone is at 1%.
Oh.
So if it goes, no, if it goes off, I'm running to my car.
To plug
Jake,
it
can I
in.
use your phone charger for a second? Oh, man. I'm going to post up in your room. Can I post up in your room for 2 seconds? Okay. Hey, guys. Okay, I'm here.
Hello. Welcome to Coco Caliente.
Hi, guys. Okay. And 1 second, and then sit down. And how long? That was 2.5 minutes. I felt 20 minutes. Hello?
Okay,
Hello.
okay, yeah, you're good. Well, it was breaking in and out now.
Yeah, it was just cutting in and out. That's so weird.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to take you off of Wi-Fi. Okay.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, how you
Hi,
doing?
guys. I'm just at my house, making coffee, and just finished the morning stroll.
And you're in California, so it's earlier there than it is 3 hours earlier there than it is here, right? You're in Cali?
Yes.
Oh,
But I
okay.
should be used to it. Because I work.
So Courtney Parchman, right?
Yes. How are you guys doing?
We're doing fabulous. This has been such a peach to talk to you so far. So where were you just like? Where are you? You were just staying the night at a friend's house?
Yeah, I'm at a friend's house. My friend just came back in town, and we were just hanging out. And then it was like 2 a.m. So I spent the night.
So did we wake you up?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
I was going to say, you're really good at... If I was sleeping and my phone went off, there was no way I could get up and actually...
Oh, Nicole would have canceled. She would have said, I'm
Really?
Yeah, Nicole would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. Can we just reschedule this
But
for
I'm really
another
glad
day?
you didn't cancel, because I would have been really sad, because you are my favorite follow on Instagram, and I tell everyone about you. So her Instagram is Average Fashion Vlogger, and it is the absolute best account out there.
Oh my god. That's really sweet. And luckily, my brand is like kind of being a piece of shit. So all this kind of like goes with it. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. We cannot complain. I just,
So good.
it's funny because Nicole, she would bug me. I mean, over a year ago, she would bug me. It's like, look at this girl's videos. Look at it. Look at it. Look at this. And I'm like, oh.
It's definitely my sense of humor, 100%. So let's get into, how did this all start? Like, as a child, what were you like?
Oh my god. As a child, I was just a wild little animal. I had really, really bad ADHD, ADD, and all kids have it now, but really bad as a kid. My parents, I think,
Oh, shoot.
entertainment scene.
Wait.
They're like, wow, we have like this comedic.
Wait, hold on. We can't, no, we cut out.
It's like it goes and then it stops and then it goes and then it stops.
What the heck?
I don't know why.
Oh no.
Yeah, we can't hear you if you're
Do I
talking.
sure at all?
I heard at all.
Yeah, I heard at all. Whatever
Is
was.
this better?
Okay, say something.
Hello?
Okay, we hear you now. I don't know. It's just weird. It cut in and out. So we heard that when you were little, you were in an animal, and then it cut out. Shiznits.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna run and grab my headphones. Can I call you back in 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a problem.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I'll call you back.
Bye.
We are supported by Beta Brand.
Here's a pro tip for keeping a routine and getting into a work mindset while working from home. Put on some real pants. Beta Brand dress pant yoga pants look professional and stylish, but are as comfortable as your favorite sweats.
Yeah, I really like when Nicole wears these because I think they're like professional pants. And then I get up close and I touch them and they're like yoga pants.
Yeah, they're functional, comfortable, and they're as inspiring as your favorite workout gear. So basically, they look like professional pants that you could wear to church, to work, but they feel like yoga pants. You don't have to worry about the tight buttons that you need to unbutton after you eat lunch, which is what I would do. So they're super comfortable, stylish, and they make your butt look good. There's tons of different colors, different styles to choose from, like boot cut, straight leg, skinny, cropped. There's 8 pockets. I have like the green skinny leg, and then I buy any weird pattern I can find because that's just me.
Nicole loves them. They're like her favorite pants.
Yes, and right now our listeners can get 25% off their first order when you go to betabrand.com/Coco. That's 25% off your first order for a limited time at betabrand.com/COCO.
Find out why women are buying 5 different pairs of these pants. Go to betabrand.com/Coco for 25% off.
Oh, your voice.
Hi. Is this better?
Yes, it is.
Yes, we are. We are a go.
Okay. Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Okay, so back to when you were a kid, what were you like?
Okay, great. When I was a kid, I think if my parents were like raised in the entertainment world, they would have been like, oh my God, we have like this like entertainer on our hands.
Yeah.
But since my parents are raised in like a more traditional, like you get a job route.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, what? What do we do with this?
Where did you? What state? Where'd you originally grow up?
I grew up in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I played sports growing up, and my dad had this problem where he like couldn't even talk to me because I would just get so distracted. Like he'd be in the middle of just like kind of coaching me, and I would just like walk away and forget he was talking to me. And so they started they were doing research, and they learned that like if you give them like caffeine, sometimes that'll help. So they used to have me like chug Dr. Pepper all the time.
And I feel like that would make it worse.
I don't remember if it helped or hurt, but I just remember my dad being like, chug Dr. Pepper, and I was like, okay, you got it.
What a horrible thing. And as a kid, you're so excited.
And is it just you and your sister?
I have an older sister and a younger sister.
Oh, you do? Okay, and are any of them, was this something that was just you with, walking away while your dad's teaching you something, or was it like a family thing?
No, it was like just a me thing. I also had a lot of energy, like my parents used to make me just like take laps around the house because they just didn't know what to do with all this excess energy. So it all kind of adds up now, but I'm sure when I was younger, they were like, what do we do with this?
And in school, were you kind of like a class clown, or?
Yeah, were you the funny one?
Definitely when I was like really young. And then like, the stop, you wouldn't know this, but when teacher says like, stop talking, my parents had to make a sign that I would put on my desk that said stop talking, because I would just like forget to not talk.
Oh
and we get in trouble all the time.
That would,
Sorry, what was that?
That would definitely happen to me. I would just always just be like, and I mean, you just saw Victor, stop talking, stop. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be a bad kid, but I can't help it.
I was like the person who sat in the front row, tried to be like, I know, I was that girl. And it was I know. But occasionally, even in college and nursing school, I would get the worst laugh attacks to where I would have to, I would just like, am trying to be the good kid, but I also think a lot of things are funny. So I'm sitting there biting my cheeks, trying not to let it out, thinking of terrible things happening to my dog so I can stop laughing. But I would get called. Yes, I would get called out by the teachers. The most I'd say for just random laugh attacks at the most inappropriate times. The most inappropriate times to where it would be like, why are you laughing? This is not a laughing matter. And
was it a thought would come in and then you just couldn't help it from there?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And it would just grow and grow. And when you are trying not to laugh.
That is the best.
It's not the best though, because it'd be talking about really bad stuff in nursing school, some serious crap, and then the teachers look at you like you are just so immature and so this, and it's just oh my God, you guys, just I don't know.
Yeah, they're talking about the male body and the penis, and Nicole's just like,
no, I don't even. Oh my God, no, it was just bad. Anyways, I say that's the most rebellious thing that I've ever done in school. And then so in college, what were you going to study?
So I changed my major 6 times freshman year.
That's a lot.
Now that I'm talking about everything, I'm like, wow, everything really just adds up to exactly where we're at right now. So I came in as a nutrition major, and then changed it to, what did I change it to first? I think it was a math major. And my parents have always been the most supportive people my entire lives until I changed to a math major. They were like, there's no way in hell you're doing this. And then, so my dad's main form of communication is through email. So I would get 5 emails every day being just letting you know that this is your career path. This is what's going to be expected from you. So I switched to, what did I switch to? I think secondary education, elementary education, psychology. And then I was like, I think I want to own a summer camp.
Oh, wow.
So then I switched to strategic communications because I just needed a broader degree so that I could keep working at my summer camp.
Is that what you did? What year are you in right now? Have you graduated?
I'm 2 years out, yeah.
Okay.
I ended up, this is so bad. So there was a class and I failed it. But like my biggest flaw is that if I don't like something, I just avoid it and like with expectations that it'll go away, which is like not good at all. So I knew I was failing this class, but like continue to show up. And just because I was like, I'm sure if I act like I'm not failing, like, I just won't. And so that's not how it worked out. And so, like, 3 weeks before I graduated, my advisor pulled me, and she was like, you're not passing this class. And then she was like, you can graduate with a university studies major if you want to still graduate on time. So then I technically just graduated with a degree that says, like, I went to a school for 4 years. No one's too happy with me about it, including myself.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, though, because you did it, right? You graduated, whatever, and now you're pursuing whatever you want to pursue. It would be a problem if, like, whatever job you went to get there, like, okay.
For sure. And by this time, so I had dropped out of college my junior year to move to LA. Like, I tried it once, and it didn't work out. But, like, I did know I was going to go back and try it again. So at that point, I was just like, I just need to be done and leave so I can go back. Like, it was not a question for me anymore.
So your junior year, you wanted to pursue this like you are now, and you left? You said, I'm done with college. I'm just going to go for it?
Kind of. My sophomore year, sophomore year was kind of where I really was like, I kind of really do think I should move to LA and pursue acting and comedy, which is like nothing I've ever done before. Like, never had an acting class, never done anything. I was just like, I really feel like I'm supposed to do this. And then junior year, I was like really wrestling with the idea, but that's when it became more solidified.
Uh-huh.
And I made Average Fashion Blogger on like I was at lunch with friends and then just bullying one of my blogger friends. And I was like, oh my God, wait, I want to make one of my own outfits. And I was with like 5 friends at the time, and we were all just like squealing like with all these ideas, like, oh my God, you could do like giveaways, things like that. And so that's how it started. And then after like 6 months of really like just really learning how to like create comedy and create stuff, I was like, oh my God, this is a drug. Like, I cannot stop this.
Yeah.
And so it really was just like, yeah, this is what we have to at least try doing. So I ended up getting a live-in nanny for a celebrity job offer through my summer camp. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a big star from this. Which, if anyone's listening to this that's like pursuing it, that's actually not the way to go. Believe it or not, being a live-in nanny will not get you famous. I really thought that like I would show to a Target and it's just like movie director would be like, wow, that girl's a star. So it didn't happen. So I was like, no, this isn't it. So I went back to school, finished it out, and then came back.
So tell me if this sounds like you. You have like 5 or 6 different shampoo and conditioner bottles in your bathroom, and they're all different brands, and they're all mix and match, and sometimes you're always trying to find one better than the other. Well, you got to stop that, because we all know the frustration. What you don't have is the same hair. Nobody in the house has the same hair, so we use Function of Beauty. You can literally take a 4-part quiz, and it'll tell you what type of hair that you have and what you want to do with your hair, like your goals. So, for example, my hair is a little bit more coarse and it's curly. Nicole has very fine hair and it's straight, and she's a blonde,
I'd
right?
say that's wavy.
Well, okay, but your hair is more straight than mine, let's just say, right? But anyway, you take this 4-part quiz, and then it'll tell you, basically you're setting up the shampoo that you want and conditioner. And then you can pick the fragrance of it, you can pick the color, you tell them about your hair, even customize the formula with the fragrance, and you can go dye-free or fragrance-free. It really has all types of stuff that you can do.
Yeah, you totally customize your shampoo and conditioner for what you're looking for, what your hair's like, and I love it. You can pick fragrance-free or dye-free if that's something you're interested in.
I do.
It's also cruelty-free. It's vegan, which I love, and it doesn't have any harmful ingredients.
And look, if you don't want to take it from us, there's 30,000 5-star customer reviews and counting, right? And so to get started right now, go to functionofbeauty.com/Coco to take your 4-part hair profile quiz and save 20% off your first order. Don't spend another minute in hair misery. Go to functionofbeauty.com/Coco to let them know that we sent you. That's functionofbeauty.com/Coco.
I thought when I did watch your stories, that was a while ago when you were a nanny, and how was like, because I always wondered, is this real? Like, is she really this girl's nanny? And like the stuff that you would like say to her and have her do, it was.
Oh my god!
So it's hilarious. So what did her mom think? Did she think it was funny?
Yeah. Okay. So. That was a different family. That was a different family. I was
they fired me.
I did leave on like mutual terms, and yeah, that family, they're so great. They actually, oh god, I don't even know if I want to say this. They don't really have social media, and they didn't really know how to like use it. Mm-hmm. So they knew I had it, and I really like don't talk about it that much in my real life. Unless it, like, gets brought up.
Yeah.
And so I, like, vaguely would mention it just if I had, like, a meeting in the morning and I was like, hey, I can't come, like, this is happening. But other than that, I really, like, kept it quiet. So they didn't, like, fully know about it, which definitely is, like, a legality issue. I just, like, I didn't realize that she was going to be such a major part of my story. She carried so much weight for so long.
That's hilarious.
It was great content. Do you have that? I don't think you have it saved in a highlight, do you? I gotta show Victor that, or I mean, I want to be able to show Victor, but it's probably gone.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I think my biggest fear is like them seeing it and being like, why is our daughter everywhere?
No, okay. That's so funny.
That's funny. So how, when you first started making these videos on this account that you created, how soon did you start seeing it gain traction?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm trying to think. That was like 3.5 years ago, almost 4. I started the week of finals. Just prime procrastination.
The week of finals, you're starting this account. Terrible. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I was just like going at it nonstop. And then we went home for a month, and I think I got like 5,000 followers in that month.
Wow,
and
that's a lot for like way back then, especially. Holy crap.
Yeah, and I was in like some small town in Stillwater, Oklahoma, which is like teeny tiny. And so I was like, oh my god, like people are gonna know who I am. This is insane. I'm a huge star now. And so I moved back, and then I would say that year it just like consistently, slowly but steady, a little bit faster than slowly, but just kind of kept growing. And then it wasn't until I moved to LA and like really figured out my comedic voice that it really started growing big.
Okay, that's interesting. So what did your friends like think of? Did they start to like think of you differently, or were you always like funny with these ideas, or like how did your content first come about?
It first came about when I was making fun of my friend, and then it kind of just kept rolling with it. Mm-hmm. No one was surprised by it. Like,
okay. So it's like actually like who you are in real life. So it's very easy to create content.
Yes.
Okay.
I will say I am a bit more shy with other people, so it's hard for me I'm dealing with like making content in front of other people.
Yeah, that's
but
tough.
Other than that, it's like very spot on. Maybe a little bit of a exaggerated version of myself, but for the most part, like nothing I do is surprising to anyone that I know. So, no, everyone was in like full support. And when I started like telling people like, hey, I'm moving to LA, I have no life plans, they were like, absolutely. Like, this is right on.
And does your mom follow your account and like watch your stuff?
Yes, everything.
And what does she think?
Biggest fan. I mean, she doesn't like whenever I post things that like, because we have some family friends that have kids and they follow me. And so she doesn't really like when I post things that she's like, Courtney, I don't want them saying that. But other than that, she like loves it. And
she like loves your like the sense of humor and everything is like she finds what you do funny too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. She's very do more, like, come on, if you want to make this big, like, you've got to, like, really.
Oh, that's so really awesome.
Yeah. Stop putting on these punk-ass videos. You got to step up your game.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad, like, every day is like, Courtney, I have a new viral video. You're really going to make it big. And I'm like, if I ever even dared to post 1 second of what you just said, I would be done. Like my
Oh my gosh.
So now that you've grown so much, I mean, just organically, right? How does it, like, Nicole's like, oh my gosh, she'll tell me, she'll be like, oh my God, she has like big names following her.
Doesn't Chrissy Teigen follow you?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, that would, like, I literally would never be able to post again because I'd be like, oh my God, like, what is good enough for Chrissy Teigen to see?
Yeah, when she followed me, I sent it to all my friends, and then I've never gotten shy about posting, like, in my whole life. And like what I'm posting, I'm never like, is it good? And then I would say for a week I had to send it to my friends and be like, is this what I would normally post? Like, I don't even know. It took like a week, and then I don't even think she watched my stuff, so I was like, oh, okay. I can just go back to normal. Everything's fine.
That's so, that's really cool.
Does anyone else, I know I see you post sometimes with, if someone like follows or comments on your stuff, but there's other celebrities too, right? Who is it?
Yeah. There's a group, I would say,
that's what I figured.
Oh, sorry. That was my watch. Let's see. Brie Larson is like
Brie Larson.
Favorite one.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Do they like message you and stuff, or they just give you a casual follow and just view your stuff? Like, how does this work if like a celebrity follows you? I'm just like curious.
I think it varies on each one. When Lena Headley, she posted me on her page. Like 3 different videos of mine, reposted it. That was a huge day. And this was like in the height of Game of Thrones time. So, and she plays Cersei in it, which I actually don't watch it, but that's what I do know.
I've never seen it either, but I'm just like, yeah. But that's cool. That's
so
awesome.
we DM'd a little bit, and then I think I DM'd Brie. This is what I do, is like they follow me and I'm like, don't even acknowledge it. Like, just the normal people.
Pretend like it didn't even happen.
Yeah, I think it's like a self-protection thing. Like, I can't acknowledge it, or I know I will like post to impress them, which is like never my goal.
Exactly.
But if I let it get in my head, then I'll be like, no, we've got to do the big dogs.
Yeah. And I feel like what would get in my head would be, not that this should get in your head. I'm just saying, like, what would get in my head is
just
like,
for you to be aware.
Have you ever thought about this before?
So now that you can freak out, just be ready for it.
No, what I would be worried, like, I would check every day, like, do they still follow me? And like, if they didn't, I feel like I'd go through like a breakup. Like, I'm not leaving my bed. Like, I do that with like normal people that I'm like, okay, why did this person unfollow me? Like, I am so mad at them, but I can't even imagine if it was like a celebrity. But really, I mean, don't worry about that. Don't check every day. Don't even.
Don't check every day. No, I definitely don't check it. It's the only times I check about Chrissy is like when I'm down and I'm like, just kick the poor puppy, and then I'll check. And I couldn't say for right now, but I know the last time I checked, she was still hanging around.
The interesting thing though is that average fashion blogger is not you, right? It's a pseudo you. It's like a make believe you that.
No, but it really is her, just like a little bit more.
Okay, but
right?
Like a heightened version.
Yeah,
I would say if you, I would say the character of like corny on my stories, that is definitely a heightened version. Average fashion blogger is definitely a character.
See, and that's what I mean. That's what I'm getting at.
I see what you're saying.
It's like
I'd say I have about 4 different personalities on there that I could like lean into.
Yeah, and so it's kind of weird because that's your page, obviously, but that's like you representing like an extreme version of yourself.
Okay.
So
it's not as personal.
Exactly. I feel like if you wanted to, you can detach yourself a little bit from that. Like,
that's true.
Oh, definitely. I somehow have like gotten to a place of like no attachment to any emotion on there.
Oh,
if that makes sense. Yeah, it's really nice. It's like great for my mental health.
And because you have your own personal account as well too.
Yep.
So
it really worked out.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you come up with your ideas now? I mean, you've been doing this for so long. does it sometimes get like a little bit difficult to come up with a new idea, or do you just look at what other people are doing
and kind of make
on
fun
social
of it?
media and it's like, oh, well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Let me do this.
I definitely am not even like, oh God, it sounds so bad. I am like really leaning in towards acting. So that's like always what I've wanted to do.
Yep.
So I just got really tired of the stress of coming up with videos and like appeasing a digital audience is just really, really hard.
Because I think it's hard because you are putting it out there for 24 hours really, and then it's gone and it's like, what's next? You know? So it's just a very, it doesn't, I mean, I guess I love going to your page and watching all your old videos. Once they find your page, I feel like people will definitely do that. But I get what you're saying as far as like you put it out there and it's like, okay, now I got to do another one. Like what's gonna beat my last one?
We're in an age, especially with social media, where it's all instant gratification.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for.
And so
that's what I'm trying to say.
People look at it, they're satisfied, and then it's like, all right, so now what's next?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys feel it. It's just like, I am so tired of like fighting the algorithm and fighting to stay relevant. And I'm like, this isn't what my end goal. My end goal is to be an actor. Like that's truly the only thing I've ever wanted to do. So like waking up and being so stressed and being like, God, like, please make me funny today. Like just having that, I was like, I cannot continue my like personal life and like my bigger goals if I'm like constantly worried about this. So I've kind of put those videos on the back burner, and if one comes up naturally, then like I'm so happy to do it. I love doing it when it comes up, but I've kind of stopped the like really big search, which I don't know if it's the smartest idea, but
I think it's a really like mature, good thing to do as far as like looking at your career, because I think when you hit that point, you're kind of like, okay, you know, I'm not just here for those likes and for that attention. I'm here for a bigger, you know, comedy, acting, things like that. Because I feel like I finally hit that, and you're 4 years young, and you're even 4 years younger than me. And it's just like that's a really good place to be, especially with the following that you have.
Yeah, and I'm sure like you feel it too. Like it's almost like once you hit that wall, and then you keep going, you're like, okay, I'm truly just posting for me because like I don't care about anything else. And then it becomes like how it felt in the beginning again when you're like, this is for me and this is a fun hobby and like I love it. So I love the place that it's at.
Yeah, because Nicole got to that point. We did, right, where for a year or more, I mean, she was doing it for more than that, but when we got together, it was just like, all right, we got to take this picture and we got to be happy, right? And this picture has to look good.
Look happy, mother freaker, now.
And I would get so frustrated to the point where I'd get pissed and we'd argue and then we'd take this.
It's not that we were, okay, that sounds like we were super unhappy now.
No,
okay,
stop.
It was not that bad. Do not expose us.
No, okay. If Nicole, if you let me get through the story,
fine.
let me land,
Fine,
right?
I'll shut up.
I took off, now let me land, right?
Fine. That is not your own line, by the way. You stole that from a movie.
I stole it from 90 Day Fiancé.
Were these the kind of fights y'all were having?
Probably.
No, but basically it'd be like, you know, hey, I got to take a picture for my social media. And then I'd automatically be like, ugh. You know what I mean?
Especially the collabs and advertisements. I mean, it was like as if I told him I was chopping off his right leg. Like, that's the look he would give me when I said, hey, can you, like, be in this with me? He's like, oh, my God.
And so then it was like, we got to that point where it was, like we're doing something fun, let's take a picture. And I'd be like, oh yeah, let's take a picture. And we take a picture and then she's like, oh, I like this picture, I'm gonna post it on my social media. And then that works a whole lot better than being like, we're gonna go somewhere and we have to get a picture.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
We stopped going places for the damn picture. Okay, so
that's great. Yeah,
and like I started now I post like animals and everything that I like actually love and do in my life, and I don't really care about. I mean, I'm the furthest thing from, you'll never see me in like a bathing suit posing. Like, it's just not me, you know? Like, I know those get more likes and they get more whatever, but like, no, you'd see me in what, Vic? Something, you know, I don't freaking know. Some big
Like, you will see
Nicole,
me with
get it out. Get it
cloth
out.
up to my neck,
Yes.
down to my wrist.
Just like, yeah, I'll just post, I guess, whatever I actually like, not what I think like others will like.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
very much, I feel like that's like your whole entire aesthetic is just like posting what you want to post and letting people laugh at your stuff and find humor in it, and I love it. I love that you make little jokes about the bloggers nowadays. And blogging, they're great at what they do, but it's fun to see the other side of it, because as a normal person, I cannot have that picture perfect page. That's so
well, and I think there's another
so hard.
I think there's another layer to it where the people that you do maybe poke fun at, that's stuff that they go through, but they never show.
Yeah.
So they appreciate, it's like, yeah, that does happen. Or, yeah, I do feel that way, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And like every blogger I've ever spoken to, they always like, they never are mad. They're like, oh, we love it. So it's always like,
oh, good, yeah.
I know that it doesn't come off in a sense of like, it comes off in a sense of like love, like let's just laugh about it, which is hopefully how it continues.
So now, since that's your goal now, what have you been doing? What's the transition? I heard something about Comedy Central, possibly.
Yeah, I work with them right now. I'm in
Did
like
you
a 9
shit
month...
your pants when you said, like I would?
Yeah, so it was like a whole audition process. So like the first round, like I think it was like 3 or 4 rounds. And I always would just like send it in being like, okay, I'm not getting to the next round. And then I just kept going. And then they like fly to New York, you do the whole audition there. And, that it was 3 minutes of stand up, and I've never done stand up. Actually, that's a lie. I've done it one time and I hate it every single time. I'm not very good at it. And so we did the stand up thing and then left, and then they offered it, and it was like it's a 9-month program with 4 other people, and you're making digital content for them. And, yeah, we're continuing it during quarantine, which is nice because it's digital content, so it can stay at home.
Yep.
But, yeah, it's really fun. And what I really like about it is that since I'm doing it for Comedy Central, I'm getting to step out of like what I was tired of doing.
Yeah.
And, like learn how to use my comedic voice and like these people I've created for something different than like what we're used to seeing.
And that's such just a great opportunity, right? Because you get your foot in the door, you get a little experience, you're talking with people that are in the industry, and you know this is how it starts, right? This can lean into something else, and it can open up another door, and you know it just opens you up to so many more opportunities. And this is kind of like up the alley of what you want to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And just like learning corporate life and what it like, if I think something's funny, they'll be like, yeah, but we can't do it because of XYZ. And then you're like, oh yeah. And then it's so different than just having an idea and posting it on your story right away.
Yeah. Yeah. So
how did your stand-up audition thing go?
Oh my God. So the word on the street is that I was the best. I'm kidding. No, it actually went so great. And I think it was because everyone else was like a trained stand-up person and I had no training. So I just went up there and just like talk everyone's ears off and like yelled at everyone. And then, yeah, I blacked out completely. I like don't remember it, but truly from what I'm hearing, there was a great response. So I think I did great and I got offered it. So I'm sure it went fine.
Yeah.
Did you prepare material for that? Like to your friends?
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, this is about to happen. I need you, like, I'm going to talk to you, like, if I'm doing stand up and I need your honest opinion.
Well, yes and no. I have one friend I can do things in front of. Everyone else, like, I could never. But so I did it in front of that one friend. But I think I started working on it like 4 a.m. the day of. Because I like wait till the last minute where it's like almost like manic. And then I can just like do something that I would have never been able to think of had I done it with no pressure. Oh, wow. So, but I've learned that that's how I work. So like I wouldn't even think about it until 4 hours before my audition. Then I'm like, oh, okay, now it's time to work on it.
Yeah,
because I know I work best in that situation.
Well, and I think that's how like the creators of South Park work too. Don't they like come up with like an episode in like 1 day or 2 days or something like that? Like they just get in the writer's room, pump it out, and then they get the animation for it. something like
Wow,
that.
that is crazy. I could not work
Yeah.
on. I'm not good under pressure.
Yeah.
So good for
It
you.
definitely is like a different, it's a different muscle that just like starts working. You're like, oh, okay.
Nice.
Didn't know you were here.
That's crazy. So did you, with your videos that you've like created that we've seen on your Instagram, Average Fashion Blogger, you go from extremes to cutting your hair to putting stuff on your lips to like make them plump. So did you injure yourself badly? What's the worst injury you've come up with? I know I've seen you eat like the styrofoam popcorn things. Did those ever do anything to your stomach?
No, but that was like a real life thing. That wasn't up for the camera. I mean, obviously I knew they were like not popcorn.
Yeah.
But
you've eaten those before?
Oh my God. I love anything that looks like a pool noodle. Like I need it in my mouth to like chomp on for an hour. Like cupcake wrappers. Oh yeah.
I'm not going to say you're weird, but you're weird, and we're going to use that on our Weird or Normal segment. Do you chomp on cupcake wrappers?
I have chomped on a noodle, but I spit it out. Like, you just like bite into the noodle, the pool noodle, and then you just spit it out.
But
why is that a thing?
When you're like slowly closing your mouth on it, like you can feel the little pops of air coming out of the little thing, and it feels so cool.
I feel like it's gotta be so toxic, like like
She'll find out 10 years, 15 years from now.
Definitely, like there's no way I'm living past 40. I'm trying to think if I've had any injuries on my videos. I know one of my very first videos, I did like how to get ripped jeans. No one's gonna know what I'm talking about. I don't think anyone ever saw the video. And I was like wearing leggings, and I took a piece of plastic and I like dipped it in a candle until it started melting. Mm-hmm. And then I like put it above my jeans or my leggings and like let the plastic fall onto my leggings, so it created a hole. And then I was like, that's how you get ripped leggings. And now I just have like a little welt mark from
still
the plastic.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think, there's been a few of them where I've like thrown up after.
Or gotten rashes, I can assume, or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Like when you put the strings around your lips, like does anything happen from that?
No, but that one happened because I actually was doing one where I put a plastic bag, not over my head, but it was like, I don't remember what it was, but it was like, I remember going to bed and being like, oh shit, if I keep doing this, I'm going to die. And so then I was like, okay, we'll regroup tomorrow and figure out how to do this. But I've really damaged my hair for sure. But other than that, I haven't gotten any
That's good.
real injuries. Yeah.
And climbing the fence and everything, you've been good with that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm athletic as hell.
Do people recognize you when you're walking around? Like, do they come up to you and refer to you as Average Fashion Blogger?
Yeah.
Do they really? Do they take pictures with you and stuff?
Has it been weird?
I got my first taste of it in college. So like when I left, I had like 30,000 followers, which for like a tiny town is kind of a lot.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, people started recognizing me a lot on my town, and I like completely went through it. Was like, is this what I want to be? Like, I can't handle the pressure. And my friends were like, you're changing. And I was like, I know, but I can't help it. And like, I didn't know. Because I like had this weird thing where I was like, they love Average Fashion Blogger. Like I have to be Average Fashion Blogger. And so like all the time I was just like this girl who's just like overly confident and like doesn't care about what people think, which is, I am so sensitive. Like I need everyone's approval, like very different in those aspects. And so went through this whole thing, hated it at first. And now, I've like, it's been 3 years. So I've like really gone through it. And now I think of it as like a boss coming up and being like, hey, you're doing a really good job at work. And other than that, I like can't think of it as anything more, or I'll put like too much pressure on myself or just let it get to my head.
Yeah, that's a really good way to think of it. And
yeah.
I hope I run into you sometime. I'm definitely going to come up and take a picture with you. I really do.
Okay,
like,
weirdo.
No, seriously, I'm gonna like stalk around LA and look for you. Where do you live?
Oh my gosh, she has your.
Just text me. You have
No,
my number.
block her number. If you don't,
we can go for coffee.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Yeah, don't be weird.
And then another question I have is, have you found? So I feel like you found like, what's that word? A niche. Okay, that nobody else has really done. I feel like you were one of the very first to kind of like make funny videos of, bloggers and things like that. Do you find, are there any accounts out there that kind of tried to replicate what you're doing? I mean, I haven't found any, but I was just curious. That,
I don't know.
If you're like, I have some competition now.
If she did, I wouldn't be saying. I'd be like, nope, I'm the only one, the best one. That's it.
I'm trying to think. Oh, there's this guy, Blogger Betch. It's like it's blogger_Betch, BETCH. Mm-hmm. He's this like sweet guy from, I want to say Nashville. And he does some stuff, but he doesn't really do videos.
So you're like the one and only.
I guess so.
A pioneer in the satire blogger comedy.
I mean, it's hard to be unique, especially with social media. Like you find, you post something and then even if you think it's your idea, like the next day there's like 10 of them. It's like, okay, whose idea was it?
Yeah. There's been a few times I've done something and then like people will DM me and be like, "Oh, I see you've been watching this person." What are you talking about?
Who?
Especially in that comedy world, I feel like when I like used to really listen to Amy Schumer's podcast, and I know something that she used to say was like people would accuse her of stealing people's jokes and stuff like that all the time, and she's like, "These are like my jokes, dude." Like. I didn't watch this. I didn't listen to this. So she's like, I have to be very aware and listen and watch everyone's everything. So that way I can't be accused of.
Well, and which kind of sucks because it's like,
it kind of like distorts your ideas.
Yeah, if you watch other people's stuff, you might inadvertently think of something based off what they said. I don't know.
So I feel like that would be hard to hard to create if you're, I don't know. That was just, and do people compare you to anybody like, who do they compare you to? A comedian like Amy Schumer or anybody that's like super famous? Do they say that you kind of have like you remind them of them? Yeah.
I used to get Amy Schumer more than I do now. Mm-hmm. I get Melissa McCarthy sometimes.
Oh my god, I love Melissa McCarthy. Yeah,
it's always like the biggest compliment. I'll get Deb from Shameless just because of how I look. And then,
I don't know that one. Yeah. But hey, Melissa McCarthy and Amy Schumer, that's really freaking cool. Those are two of my favorite people on the planet.
Really?
Yes. I love funny people.
Oh, great. Yeah. That's like, I think the main two that I get. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. I don't know. I don't think there is.
I think you're going to make it very big, and then I'm going to go back on this interview and be like, oh my God, we got to talk to her. My kids, listen to this interview.
Here's what you can do. If it happens, you can just text me. We can like go for coffee and hang out.
Block Nicole's number.
Stop it. My friend Brittany is going to be really excited about this. When I almost asked her if she couldn't call in because you can't have 3 people on, but she loves you too. So I'm going to be like, definitely check out this interview.
Oh my gosh.
And then we'll both come to LA and then we'll both have coffee with you.
That's great.
She's like way funnier than me. I say she's between us two. So you're the funniest, I'm the least funny, and then she's in between.
On a spectrum. Okay, great. Good to know.
And so, so your dating life. Do you have a lot?
Wow,
males...
that came out of left field. I did not know that was coming.
I mean, this is just interesting.
It is 9:51 a.m. So,
are you getting a lot of males trying to hit up your DMs?
Okay,
I feel like you do.
Everyone thinks this. I get nothing, and when I do, it's the most kind. Like, just some guy that's like. I like the sweetest messages, and I'm like, why aren't people just like so turned on by me and just trying to send me dick pics left and right? I'm like so offended because like my other friends are like, yeah, I get like dick pics, like it's so disgusting. I'm like, I would kill for one. I would kill for one dick pic. Like it would I'd make my dad be like, hell yeah, I'm hot shit online. But like nothing. They're really, really sweet.
Okay, well, you guys hear it here. If anybody wants to send Courtney the average fashion blog.
I'm kidding. It won't be unsolicited.
It won't get reported. No, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, we thank you so much for hopping on. I know we caught you off guard, even though it was planned, but it was a great intro.
Oh, I'm really scared to hear that.
It'll be fine. It'll be funny. I mean, and we made it work, right? So it was such a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, this was really, really sweet, you guys. I'm so sorry that slipped my mind.
No, it was honestly perfect. Everything about this is perfect.
Yeah, it worked out how it was supposed to work out. So.
Oh, yeah, I feel so...
Do you guys have...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, do you guys have anything good planned in quarantine coming up?
No, I work and Nicole works from home, so it's been...
Is this podcast... This is full-time and with Instagram and digital stuff, right?
For me, yeah.
Yeah. Nicole really handles all the stuff with the podcast. I just kind of hop in and talk. But we do this like once, maybe twice a week, depending on how our guests are set up, and that's kind of how that goes.
Yeah, you could get a podcast if that was something you're interested in. I'm sure everyone tells you that, but I feel like you'd be so like good at it, natural, funny, and not like honestly, Victor and I. We have established the brand of our podcast of we do not like sit there and prepare a lot. We just go with the flow and just talk very like we just are meeting over coffee for the first time. We do a little bit of like obviously
I gotta know who the person is.
But we don't sit there and like we used to stress about it, and so now it's just come so easy that it's so fun when it's way more fun when you're not like, oh my god, this has to be like perfect
and Q&A everything, and it's like just kind of like see where the conversation takes.
Yeah, so
for sure.
Well, I'm excited.
I don't know.
What, you don't know?
I get really about starting one. I just get really nervous about things, so I don't know. We'll see, but maybe one day I'll get the courage.
Down the line, always an opportunity to do it. So.
Of course.
But no, Nicole has your number, so she'll definitely bug you all the time. She'll stalk you.
Really? And if things calm down, I'll be moving to New York. I was supposed to move to New York the week of things shutting down. So if things open up again, then I'll be moving out there.
Oh, we go there. Yeah, we go there actually quite frequently, it seems like, without even trying to. So.
Yeah, because it's actually our time zone and everything, too.
Where are y'all? I just assumed New York because I saw Eastern.
Oh, we're Michigan.
Oh, okay.
So we live in the middle of nowhere.
Let me let you know that the Eastern time zone goes for a ton of states.
Oh, wait, this is shocking. Oh. It's not just New York.
It's not it's not Manhattan.
Okay, noted.
Yeah, we're in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, and we're really excited to see where everything takes you. And we're so happy for you. Yep. And thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you guys so much for asking me. This is really, really sweet.
Okay,
have a great start to my day.
Okay, good. Have a good rest of the day.
Thank you. You guys too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, so I really hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. She's like you.
Thank you. I take that as a huge compliment. I texted her after that I want to be BFFs. No response.
Oh, she didn't respond?
No. I was like, am I like too clingy?
Maybe you weirded her out. I don't know.
She said just to like text her.
She did say that several times. She said just text me and I'll respond back. But maybe that's part of her personality too. She could be busy. To
be fair, she did text me that she had a great time, and so she texted first,
and then you responded.
And then I responded with just I want to be BFFs.
Maybe that's her way of being funny by not responding.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking of screenshotting it and like putting it on my story because it's pretty funny.
You should. That is funny.
I will.
So anyway, let's get into our weird
or
normal.
Okay, so I was watching a show last night, and I think this is pretty weird. This girl said that she eats while going to the bathroom, like hot Cheetos.
So she I don't
Only
understand.
going number 1, which isn't a lot of time. Do you know what I mean?
So she goes, okay, so, but she does this on purpose, like she likes to eat while she's using the restroom, or it just happens to happen?
It just happens to happen, and I know this has happened to me once before.
That is so weird.
It's happened to me before where I walked into the bathroom and I realized I had like a piece of pizza in my hand, and I like sat on the toilet without thinking, and I'm like, oh my God. So
now
I like
what?
put it in my mouth and then like just left it hanging. Do you know what I mean?
That's so...
It is weird, but it was an accident. But if you're going to the bathroom, I think she was... Yeah, she's like, I eat hot Cheetos while I'm going number 1.
But it's intentional.
Yeah, like she knows what she's doing. It's not an accident.
That's so weird. Because I just imagine, like, don't you, like, and maybe she eats with the other hand that she's wiping with. Like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, it's weird because if you're going number 2, you have more time. But, like, going number 1 is like, what, 5, 6, 7 seconds? I'd set it on the sink, maybe.
Maybe there's people, because I've heard this, like, what if you sat backwards on the toilet and then you were doing whatever, number 1 and number 2, and then you're like eating cereal at the same time?
That's disgusting.
And using the back of the toilet.
That's disgusting. But for you, yeah, you can't. You stand, right, when you pee?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a thing.
So
it wouldn't be a thing to use.
So you could only eat if you're going number 2.
Yeah, exactly. But
I know you sit on your phone when you're doing number 2, and that's like 30-minute session.
That's everybody sits on their phone.
Okay, so that was another. I was like, should I say phone or should I eat? Because I think people are grossed out too by sitting on their phone as they're...
I would, if you did a poll, I would venture to say that most people, I'd say 90% or more people take their phone into the restroom.
Okay.
Because they play games, they text people, they read
I
stuff.
definitely think that's true, but it's kind of gross when you think about it because you wash your hands, but you don't wash your phone.
Don't you do that though too?
Yeah, I get lost on the toilet on my phone.
Exactly. Yeah. Because
But you get lost for like an hour where I'm like, is he? And then you leave the shower running. And
no, I don't run the shower when I'm using the bathroom.
You used to.
So what I think is, people sit down and use a restroom, grab their phone out of their pocket or whatever it may be. When they finish using the restroom, they put the phone down. So they're not touching it in between.
Yes, they are. They're picking it up after and then going to the sink.
I don't know.
Our phones are gross. That's all I'm going to say is wash your phone.
Because what I'm saying is I, myself, just put it on the counter once I'm done. And then I wash my hands,
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I do the deed.
But you've never eaten on the toilet.
No. That's just weird. That's just absolute outright weird. I don't know. All right, baby. Here we go. Spanish word of the day. Okay. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. It's so easy. Anybody can get it. Okay?
I hate when you say that. I got the last 2 or 3 or 4.
Okay, so Spanish word of the day is cómico.
Oh, comedian, funny, laugh, comical. One of them.
Is that why you got it? Because it sounds like comical?
Yeah, it sounds like comical. And what is it, comedian? Funny?
Yeah, like a funny person.
Okay, yeah. I'm so smart.
I gave you an easy one today.
You really did.
No,
but she is like
she's funny. That's why I said that. She's funny.
When I try to like relate them to our guests, and then that one sounds just like
you try to relate them because you're trying to guess what I'm saying.
Yeah, because your mind is on the guest when you're making these up.
Yeah.
Right? So.
All right, now we're going to read a review because you listeners out there are the only thing that makes this podcast good.
Possible.
And, the only reason this whole thing is possible to begin with.
Yeah.
All right, so this one is my one only. Maybe my one and only is what it's supposed to say, but my one only. By Ellie.
Way to call him out.
5 stars.
It's clearly my one and only.
Well, I'm just reading it how it is. Maybe they really meant my one only.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. This is my only podcast. Love how you guys work so well together and love every episode. I came across Big Brother on season 16 by accident and became a fan of the show ever since. Love you guys both and keep up the great work. Smiley face with a bunch of hearts on it.
Thank you.
That is very kind.
Yes,
She's very nice. Well, thank you guys so much. Please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. The easiest way is on Apple Podcasts, and you can listen to this podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. Google, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. You can always go to www.cococalientepodcast.com. You can check out our merchandise there as well as listen. Don't forget to follow us at Coco Caliente Podcast on Instagram and at Coco Caliente Pod on Twitter. Thank you.
Thank you.